Good evening and welcome to CYC News for today on the 4th of May 2014 AD and the 26th of Barramuda 17:30 AM. I'm Julie Victor.
And I'm Andrew Nutter. In today's headlines, a former parliamentarian is concerned that the media's use of the term Coptic vote is harming Egyptian unity. A detainee who allegedly threatened the Catholic Bishop of Nazareth is referred for psychological examination. And the US Commission on Religious Freedom recommends including Egypt as a country of concern for the fourth time. A Coptic businessman kidnapped in Assiut is returned after paying a ransom, and an Islamist group, Daash, threatens to kill El-Sisi and Egypt's Copts.
Our top story today, former member of the Egyptian Shura Council, Dr. Samah Fawzi, has expressed his apprehension at the extensive use of the term Coptic vote, or Christian vote, in election media coverage. Fawzi said it destroyed the basis of a democratic society and hurt Copts directly, as this terminology branded them as a minority group and not Egyptian citizens. Fawzi wrote in an El-Sisi newspaper that the revolutions of the 30th of June and the 25th of January paved the way for healthy and civil relations within the Egyptian community. He noted that this must be built upon Copts being equal with their fellow Muslim citizens, with the right to disagree with others not on professional, cultural, economic and political issues. Fawzi added that the term Coptic vote ignored the diversity of Copts and led to their treatment as a single bloc, which was how the Mubarak regime saw Copts.
Over to Israel, where a court has referred a man charged with sending a threatening message to Bishop Bulus Marcuso, the Latin Patriarchal Vicar General in Israel, for psychological examination. The threatening message was sent on Monday evening to the house of Bishop Bulus in Nazareth, containing threats against him and the Arab Christians. The message ordered Arab Christians to leave the country before the 5th of May 2014. It threatened that any delays would cost the lives of 100 Christian people. The court's spokesperson said the magistrate extended the detention of the suspect, referring him for psychological examination until the date to which his detention had been extended. The results will be sent to the court for consideration.
The US Commission on Religious Freedom has recommended including Egypt as a country of concern for the fourth time. In its annual report for 2014, Egypt is listed alongside other countries of concern, including Iraq, Nigeria, Pakistan, Syria, and Vietnam. The Commission monitors several countries from the most tolerant to those with severe violations of religious freedom, using documented abuses from 33 countries around the world. The report gives recommendations on ways the US can promote religious freedom. The Commission said in its report that despite some progress during the turbulent political transition, the Morsi-era government failed or were slow in protecting religious minorities, particularly Coptic Orthodox Christians, from violence. Although the new Egyptian constitution added provisions for religious freedom, the report mentioned that the legal interpretation and implementation of these provisions remain to be seen, particularly in the Egyptian courts, which continue to prosecute, convict, and imprison Egyptian citizens for blasphemy.
Coptic businessman Mohsen Morris, aged 40, who had disappeared on his way to his factory in Assiut, Upper Egypt, has been found on the side of the road, left blindfolded by his kidnappers. Father Angelos Artif, a parish priest in Qazia diocese, said Morris was met by a group of individuals under the pretext of doing business with him. Instead, they abducted and took him to an unknown location. On their way, they contacted Morris' family and asked for 1 million Egyptian pounds ransom to release him. Father Artif added that the Morris family had reached agreement with the kidnappers to reduce the amount to 250,000 Egyptian pounds. Once the ransom was paid, Morris was released. However, the kidnappers still possess Morris's car. Father Artif also said that kidnappings have increased in Qazia.
An Iraqi Islamist organization known as Daash has published a video on YouTube showing Abu Ahmed al-Masih stating that the liberation of the city of Jerusalem and Al-Aqsa Mosque starts from Cairo. In the video, he threatens to kill Field Marshal Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and purge Egypt of all Copts. Al-Masih described the supporters of Sisi as losers adding that any soldier who continued to support him should also be killed. According to Daash, they have enough willing martyrs to make Egypt a living hell. They refuse to pray in Jerusalem until Sisi, his supporters, and Egypt's Copts are killed. Daash is also responsible for many attacks in Syria, including the crucifixion of people in the Syrian city of Raqqa and the destruction of historic monuments.
والحمد لله عندنا استشهاديين يكفوا ان يخلوا مصر جحيم. مصر كلها. احنا ان كان عددنا قليل نستعين بالله عز وجل. الملائكة تقاتل معنا. يقيننا في الله عز وجل اننا على الحق. فلن نستسلم. نحن قوم فالسيسي الحرب معاه خسران. كل جندي هيفضل مع السيسي اليوم مش هيفضل بكره. يعني اللي معاه اليوم لو فضل معاه بكره هيقتل بكره، واللي مش هنقتله منهم اليوم هنقتله بكره. احنا عارفين ان بيننا وبين فتح بيت المقدس الصلاه في القدس قتل السيسي وقتل الجيش المصري.
The number of people who use electronic cigarettes in the UK has tripled over the past 2 years. A health charity study has estimated that the figure had now reached up to 2.1 million. The Action on Smoking and Health survey showed that just over half of the current ex-smokers have now tried electronic cigarettes, compared with 8% of smokers in 2010. A separate study found that the most e-cigarette users were using them to reduce smoking. This was supported by the ASH survey, which showed that when ex-smokers were asked why they used electronic cigarettes, 71% said that they wanted to help giving up smoking altogether. Of the smokers, 48% said that they wanted to reduce the amount of tobacco they smoked, and 37% said that they used e-cigarettes to save money.
And that's all for CYC News today. Stay tuned for more Christian content on CYC. I'm Julie Victor.
And I'm Andrew Nada, and from the CYC studios in Sydney, Australia, good night and God bless.